All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a completely new kind of AI that's shaping up to be a real teammate in the pharmacy. It's called Agentic AI, and honestly, it could completely change the way you work.
Just stop and think about that for a second. All that endless paperwork, the constant back and forth on the phone, the mind-numbing data entry. What if you could just get all that time back? That's really the core promise we're exploring today.
So, the answer to that big what-if question? It's a new kind of technology called the AI agent. And look, this is not just another automation tool. We're talking about a massive leap forward in how tech can support your entire practice.
So what exactly is agentic AI? Well, to put it simply, it's an AI that really acts like an autonomous assistant. It doesn't just follow some simple pre-programmed script. It's built to take action, to solve problems, and to get to a goal all on its own, without you having to micromanage it every step of the way. This slide really nails the difference. On one hand, you have traditional automation, right? It's a straight line. It follows the rules you set, but it needs a human to kick off the next step. But on the other hand, you have agentic AI. It understands the end goal. It creates its own dynamic workflow, making independent decisions to get from point A to point Z, even if that means jumping between different systems to get the job done.
And that ability to act independently, that's what makes this a total game changer. So let's break down what this actually means for you and your pharmacy day-to-day.
The benefits here are super practical. First up, you get a huge boost in efficiency, which means more time for your patients. You're going to see a major drop in human error. Naturally, that leads to cost savings. And it can even help you deliver more personalized care by spotting trends in patient data. But the biggest takeaway is this. It frees you up to do what only a pharmacist can do: care for patients.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does this actually look like when the rubber meets the road in a real pharmacy? Let's take a look.
Let's take everyone's favorite headache, the prior authorization process. An AI agent can tackle the whole thing. It sees the PA issue and contacts the PBM by itself. Then it gathers all the info it needs, and here's the incredible part. It proactively figures out solutions like therapeutic alternatives or manufacturer coupons and communicates those options directly to the doctor and the patient. All of that happens without you having to make a single phone call. It's pretty amazing.
And it doesn't stop with PAs, not by a long shot. Imagine completely automated, error-free data entry for new scripts. Or think about proactive patient follow-ups, where the AI actually checks in with a patient to see how a new medication is working for them. It could even manage your inventory, predicting demand and reordering stock before you even notice you're getting low.
Now, of course, with any technology this powerful, you've got to ask the important questions, right? We have to be really thoughtful about how we bring this into our workflow while making sure that human expertise remains at the center of everything.
And that brings us to the biggest challenge of all. As these systems get smarter and more autonomous, we have to decide, where does the AI's job end and where does the pharmacist's critical oversight begin?
Really, this all boils down to two huge areas. First is that automation versus oversight question. We have to map out those critical moments where a human pharmacist absolutely must step in. This is about creating a true partnership, not a replacement. And second, data security. The AI will be handling incredibly sensitive patient info, so protecting that data has to be our top priority. It's completely non-negotiable.
So, where does all of this leave us? Well, we are entering the next chapter of pharmacy, one where the role of the pharmacist is going to evolve, with technology becoming a true collaborator.
At the end of the day, agentic AI isn't here to replace pharmacists. It's here to empower them. By taking over all that repetitive admin work, it frees pharmacists to operate at the very top of their license, to focus on complex clinical decisions and the hands-on patient care that really makes all the difference.
Look, this stuff isn't science fiction anymore. It's here. A whole new kind of teammate is ready to join your pharmacy, a teammate that can handle the grunt work so you can focus on what matters most. So, the only question left is, are you ready for it?